Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Season 4. Here at Sunderland, we are Premier League, as we mentioned yesterday, and we're cracking on today with the remainder of the month of August. If you missed yesterday's first episode of the season, do check that first, because I outline what the situation is with the transfer window and how we're going to be going about signing our players this season. So I won't cover it again because I went in depth yesterday. Watch episode 1 first, come back, watch this one, and then you'll know exactly what the situation is moving forward. We shall start today's episode with Liverpool in the Premier League, followed by Chelsea in the Premier League. We're currently top of the table after one game, but obviously that was against fellow promoted side Stoke, who, to be fair, did beat us twice last season, but it's not necessarily too out of the realms of possibility. Oh, Cambridge have Peterborough in the Cup. Scenes! Do not lose that game, Cambridge. Do not lose that game. Obviously, it's not too far out of the realms of possibility that Stoke came in for Drew Eward there, that we could beat a team that came up with us from the Championship last season. With regards to Liverpool and Chelsea, that's probably almost certainly going to be an entirely different story. So we shall start with Liverpool. I'm not sure which one's away and which one's at home. If either are one way or the other, we shall accept that. He didn't accept the contract offer from the previous club that bid for him, Kimpoyoka, but hopefully this time he'll be able to agree terms. Actually not the top anymore, as Brighton have gone top of the table, and now we've just significantly dropped, as of course we're playing on Sunday, and a number of other teams have already played. Liverpool drew their first game 2-2. Where's Chelsea? Chelsea have lost their opening 2 games of the season. Scenes. Chelsea in the relegation zone. Wow. Right then. It's Liverpool at home, followed by Chelsea. Oh, that's been moved. That was on the 22nd. Chelsea away now on the Friday night, not the Sunday. And then West Ham at home. Let's head to the Stadium of Light now. This is the Liverpool starting lineup then. Alisson in goal. Joe Gomez, Van Dijk, Jimenez and Robertson at the back. Jose Maria Jimenez, the only change to a rather familiar looking starting 11 for Liverpool. Salah, Firmino and Mane up top. Keita, Fabinho and Oxlade-Chamberlain in the midfield. They do have an 85 rated Luis Suarez on the bench. So Suarez has somehow found his way back to Liverpool, but somehow the ball found its way back to James Justin there. That wasn't the best of passes. Hopefully we're better than that throughout the rest of the game. But Liverpool starting a full strength side here, as you would expect this stage of the season. We could catch them out though, early doors. Oh, Jamal Lowe. What a chance. We may not get a better one all game long. Jose Maria Jimenez caught for pace, but Jamal Lowe caught without a finish. Big ball by Van Dijk, forward looking for Mo Salah. Doesn't win the header. And now we can look to build again. Liverpool not been good in possession so far. Oh, but Robertson's good in interceptions. Firmino to Mane, back to Firmino to Mane again. Under pressure from Lyndon Gooch. Salah found. Runs straight into Jimmy Dunn. I've kicked it straight at Naby Keita. Mane looking for Salah. Bettinelli holds on well. Robertson. Inside there to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oh, nice tackle by Ravel Morrison, but Liverpool will take the corner. And with players like Virgil van Dijk in the side, I don't fancy ourselves in the air. We flicked that on nicely at least. Virgil's going to have to track back. That's a lovely ball in for Jamal Lowe, but Robertson intercepts well. Chamberlain to Firmino. Back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. They haven't had any clear-cut chances yet, Liverpool. He says as whoa. Fabinho was about half an inch away from heading that towards goal. We are living life very dangerously at the minute. Liverpool are getting more and more adventurous with their attacks, and we're getting more and more lucky with the way that things aren't quite falling for them. Again, Salah rides the challenge well, and they'll take the free kick. Well, just missing Fabinho's head. Just going to be a talking to. He's not reaching. I'm sure he would have scored if he connected with it as well. Firmino with the free kick, maybe short to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. In there, picked off well by James Justin. Looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half-time here against Liverpool. They drew their opening game of the season. I'm not sure who against. And it looks like, at least on the first half's evidence, that they might be drawing their second game of the season. I would be delighted with a point against Liverpool. I'd be even happier with 3. Lyndon Gooch to the second attempt, fires it home! Wow! We lead against Liverpool. Very, very lucky. But what a finish at the second time around. The first one blocked. The second one lashed home at the near post. Alisson, no chance. You can see the players are going absolutely mental. Have a look at the replay. Robertson tucked in. To be fair, he didn't tuck in too much, but oh, he got such a great connection on the second ball. It's just bouncing free, and he smashed that as hard as he ever could. 1-0 Sunderland. Mo Salah delivers that into the middle. Picked up and away by Tomori. Here's Joe Gomez down to Fabinho. Naby Keita. Liverpool equalised. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Jurgen Klopp obviously got into them at half-time and has told them to turn shit on. And, well, they've turned it on at inside 5 minutes of the second half. Cleared the ball initially. Joe Gomez chests it down to Fabinho, into Keita on his left foot and into the back of the net. Okay, Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1. Time the pass for Jamal Lowe. Actually played that a little bit too early, but he's got the better of Jimenez. Oxlade-Chamberlain has to help him out. Jose Maria Jimenez really struggling against Jamal Lowe in this game. Just can't deal with the pace and movement. Jamal Lowe's been a brilliant... Well, to be fair, both he and Sean Maguire have been absolutely spectacular for us. The move, or the decision to move Jamal Lowe from winger to striker was ultimately probably the most important one we've made in this entire save. Fabinho in here to Keita. Lovely turn. Firmino, Liverpool have gotten themselves a 2-1 lead. That was unstoppable. The decision to move Jamal Lowe to striker from winger ultimately is the reason why we're in the Premier League right now. 22 assists last season, a number of which were for strike partner Sean Maguire, who was the leading goal scorer. As a partnership, they've been unreal. Absolutely unreal. Unfortunately, we still find ourselves behind here against Liverpool after an hour, though. After thinking the impossible might happen at half-time as we took the lead in stoppage, 15 minutes later, we're not quite as confident as we were. Marco Verratti has gone to Barcelona from Paris Saint-Germain. There's also been a couple of other massive moves in the window, including a £104 million transfer of Christian Eriksen to Manchester United. I think we saw it advertised or briefly mentioned by Martin Tyler, etc. in the game against Stoke. I can't remember whether the highlight actually made it into the episode or not. But I'll show you, obviously, we'll be ending the transfer window in today's episode, so we'll be able to show you the way that all of the transfers have gone down. Can Jamal get to that? No, unfortunately. Maybe yes. Oh, wow, talk about determination. Ravel Morrison in there too. Sean Maguire will poke that, looking for Ravel again. And pull that back. Oh, it hits Van Dijk. 20 minutes to go. Liverpool 2, Sunderland 1. Keita to Salah. Back to Keita. Back to Salah again. Trying down the right-hand side. Joe Gomez in support. Inside to Keita. Oh, space at the back post for Mane. And the keeper's questions asked of him there at the near post. Sadio Mane with a header. Liverpool 3, Sunderland 1. But should the keeper have done better at his near post there? It's a great cross. How he's on his own there, I'm not sure. And certainly the keeper should have done better at his near post. Should never... Look how close he is to his post there, Bettinelli. He should never concede there. No. That's poor from him. The first mistake we've seen him make. Lovely ball over the top, looking for Salah. Max Lowe does win the header. Try and get ourselves back in it. At the end of the day, even if we don't get the victory here, goal difference come the end of the season could be vitally important. So if we can narrow the size of the defeat from 2 goals to 1, then I shall do absolutely everything to try and do that. Although we don't want to give so much forward trying to get ourselves back in it that we end up giving away a 4th and lose by 3. Here's George Harrison, who's just come on. We'll dink that for Sean Maguire. It's not the best of balls, to be fair, but Fabinho's touch was pretty poor, and it still might break free here for Sean Maguire. We had to get fortunate for us to score our goal earlier on. Lovely tackle by Van Dijk that took the ball away from him there, but now Mo Salah's in behind. The pass from Sean Maguire was poor, looking for teammate on the far side. That was meant for Tomori, not for James Justin, and if we concede here, I'll be furious with the misplaced pass. Mo Salah to Firmino. I didn't play that pass there. 4-1 Liverpool. There's the final whistle. Not the best of second halves. If we could have ended it at 45 minutes, that would have been superb. I'd have taken a 1-0 win. Never mind. Never mind. That's the way we perhaps expected the game to go. And in the end, it's the way that the game has gone. Chelsea then upcoming next in 5 days' time on the Friday. I'll show you the biggest deals of the window so far. Verratti to from PSG to Barcelona is 69.4. Belotti from Dortmund, not Torino, to Chelsea for 69, and 104.8, as we mentioned, for Christian Eriksen to Manchester United. So some massive deals going through so far. We obviously aren't able to compete at that level yet, but we do still have decent amount of money available to us to spend in January with the suggestions that you guys give me from yesterday's episode, and ultimately maybe even today's episode as well, depending on when I'm recording. So, you see this Saturday, I'll probably record the next. I'll probably reach January by the time I'm recording on Friday, but I'll certainly be able to take your guys' feedback on board for the January transfer window, as we mentioned again briefly. Recording ahead for a vacation, going to Morocco for 10 days, so I need to ensure that I've got at least some content for you throughout that period. You guys don't want to go a full 10 days without any videos whatsoever. We'll crack on now, and it will be Chelsea we play next. Away from home, I believe, at Stamford Bridge. Indeed it is. Accidentally skipped the pre-game graphics, so I'll just quickly show you Chelsea's starting lineup. Kepa in goal. Pereira at left back with Nacho Fernandes and Matthijs de Ligt at centre back with Odriozola at right back. So an entirely different looking back four for Chelsea than we're used to seeing in blue. N'Golo Kante, Jorginho and Adrien Rabiot in the midfield with Pulisic, Hazard and Andrea Belotti up top. The player that we've seen that they've just signed from Borussia Dortmund. So it'll be an interesting game, this one. Again, fully expect the bigger and more talented side to come out on top, but we'll see if we can play better this time. Here's Christian Pulisic. So, his pace and dribbling does scare me. And Belotti with a smart save. Big, strong left arm to deny Chelsea an early goal. Are they going to go short here? Hazard might use Christian Pulisic here. He hasn't. Oh, something from the training ground. My God, that was on its way in. And N'Golo Kante with the volley and cleared away off the line. I think it was James Justin. I'm not sure. Keeper beaten, though. What a strike from N'Golo Kante. Here's Pulisic back to Hazard. Floated into the middle. Jimmy Dunn wins the header. And we will get the ball away. Wow. N'Golo Kante has never hit a ball so sweet in his entire life. We'll take the free kick there, and that will ease the pressure on our back line. Pulisic. Inside there to Rabiot. Down the line for Andrea Belotti to chase. Not rapidly fast, Andrea Belotti, but certainly quick enough to cause us some problems. And they're very aggressive here, Chelsea. The way they're closing down there. Look, they've taken N'Golo Kante out of the game. Immediately, he flew forward there and was almost like a second striker for Belotti in support when defending from the front. Here's Yearwood, tucked in there. Odriozola, Jack Clark in behind, turns, will look to float this towards the back post. Oh, and he couldn't quite keep it down. Decent effort, though, from Jack Clark. Didn't quite get it to dip enough in time, but not far away at all. Rabiot, forward there to Pulisic. Turns inside, he finds Belotti. Oh, it's going to deflect off everyone and go out for a Chelsea corner, which Eden Hazard will take. Eventually, there we go, whipped in. It's a good delivery too. And Clark will just get rid of that. So very nearly scored a stunner from their last corner at Chelsea with that N'Golo Kante volley. Hazard trying to set something up for a teammate here, and it's broken free. Oh, react! Bettinelli, no! I can't get to it. What a class goal that was all round, says Alan Smith. Yeah, real class. What quality from Chelsea there. Oh, bumped off Rabiot, couldn't close him down, shot deflected. Bettinelli just didn't react to the ball that was next to him. He saved it and then stood up again rather than just trying to pick the ball up. Then falls over. Kante falls over. Tomori can't get to the ball because Kante apparently is on the floor in the way of him, and God forbid you can't step over a man's legs that are on the floor. So N'Golo Kante scores the first goal of the game, and it's Chelsea 1, Sunderland 0 after 25 minutes. Not necessarily the quality of goal that Kante could have scored earlier on in the game, but it has gone in eventually for him. And Chelsea lead. Oh, Yearwood. There's space here for Jack Clark, you know. Odriozola's closing me down, though. It's turned nicely. Here's Drew Yearwood. I see the space maybe for Lyndon Gooch. Oh, Ricardo Pereira with a vital interception. Oh, Lyndon Gooch so close to being set through to score his second Premier League goal of the season. Joe Belotti just sprinting forward at me here. Finding Kante, finding Pulisic. Oh, it's a stunning goal. That one was quality on this occasion. On his left foot, Christian Pulisic cuts inside. Scores a really, really nice goal. Takes a touch and then, well, lets fly. Great technique to keep it down. Just rolls it out of his feet. It's a wonderful first touch. And the strike is even better. 2-0. Gooch around the corner to Justin. Schmolo's made the run. Was he just onside there or just off? Just on by the looks of things. Jack Clark played in. Oh, Jack. We could have started the second half the same way Liverpool did, in stunning style. Unfortunately, Jack Clark, his first touch let him down. We could still, though. Lyndon Gooch. Oh, he's sold Pereira and buries it. We have started the second half the same way Liverpool did. That was a great goal from Lyndon Gooch. If his goal against Liverpool was good, that one was even better. The turn to send Ricardo Pereira was brilliant. And the finish, equally impressive. Kepa went down low and the ball just kept rising into the top left-hand corner. We might not be out of this yet. And then to Belotti, Rabiot to Belotti again. Eden Hazard out wide to Willian. Jorginho forward to Belotti. Here's Odriozola, cross blocked by Jack Clark nicely. Morrison loses out in that aerial battle though. Willian back to Odriozola. Willian's come off the bench for Chelsea here. Got a change making myself in a moment. Ravel Morrison going off and Ratiu coming on. Good save by Bettinelli from the right foot of Rabiot this time rather than his left. Belotti back to Rabiot again. Good block by Drew Yearwood. Superb defensive work. And Jimmy Dunn does well as well to get rid of that. Lyndon Gooch, he's had the better of Pereira on a couple of occasions so far this game. He's gotten past him again here, but we will cut back and look for a teammate. And James Justin's on the overlap. This is a good move for us. Forwards back looking for Jamal Lowe. Play it forward to Drew Yearwood. Matthijs de Ligt shows that he's just as good as ever. Justin goes down. That'll be a foul, I think, in our favour. We've Sunderland next at the end of the month. After the victory against Stoke, I thought we might stand a chance against Chelsea and Liverpool. As it happens against Liverpool, certainly after the second half performance, we didn't deserve anything from that game. But we're playing well here against Chelsea. Despite two good goals in the first half from them, we have been very, very competitive in this second half. Looking for Sean Maguire, who will look for Jamal Lowe, and it's fallen free to him, but the left-footed shot doesn't have any power in it, and it's simple for Kepa. Hazard to Pereira. Certainly better going forward than he has been defensively in this game. Pereira, please win that, Max. Good header by Lowe. Clark through the gap there to Maguire. We'll play it over top, looking for the other Lowe. But Pereira, proving that he's still decent defensively, even if he has been better going the other way. Lyndon Gooch got the better of him for our goal, but unfortunately we haven't really come that close to scoring since, other than that Jamal Lowe scuffed left footer about 10 in-game minutes ago. We still have been favourites for the defeat here, and with Chelsea in possession with just seconds to go, pretty sure defeat is going to be what we get. Rabiot with this shot, unnecessarily so, gifting us position back right at the end of the game, but there isn't enough time to do anything else. Unfortunately, it's a 2-1 defeat against Chelsea, but we certainly were more competitive in that one than we were in the second half against Liverpool. I don't know whether I'm okay with that result or not. Like, obviously disappointed to be battered so much by Liverpool, but it is Liverpool at the end of the day. And We lost to Chelsea narrowly 2-1 last year as well. So I'm not absolutely devastated at the manner in that result went through as well. They just signed Pablo Fornals, it just said there on the right-hand side as well. So Chelsea getting active in the transfer window too. We're going to continue training our players and heading towards that one against West Ham. West Ham starting 11 then. Baleda in goal. I had to read that 2 or 3 times to get it right. Palencia, Mera, Diop and Rojas at the back. Declan Rice holding. It's a 4-1-4-1. Yarmolenko, Wilshere, Lanzini and Jacob Murphy with Han Kwang Song up top. Very unfamiliar looking West Ham United side. Hopefully we can get a decent result against them. Squirms across here to Rojas. Declan Rice again. Lanzini. Wilshere through the gap. Han Kwang Song. Just call him Song from now on. And 1-0 West Ham. Not the start to the game we wanted. This was one of the games in the month I thought we could actually get some points from. After beating Stoke, a game that I thought we'd probably draw or lose. The expected defeats to Chelsea and Liverpool, I was hoping to get a point in this game against West Ham, and still am, but certainly going 1-0 down in the 9th minute is a bit of a setback. Wilshere, Lanzini, Song, through the gap there looking for Jacob Murphy, trying to get there. James Justin, which we've done well. Murphy will take the throw back there to Rojas. Murphy with the delivery, and we'll clear that, thank you. Well done, Drew. On the counter, with their five-man midfield, they're going to be really difficult to break down, West Ham. Lanzini, back to Jacob Murphy, down the line to Rojas, who's pushing forward from left back into a left wing role here. Gabi Rojas. Back to Jacob Murphy, inside to Manuel Lanzini. We could really do without going 2-0 down. Tamori is battling hard to ensure that we don't, but apparently a foul's been given in there. Now they have the chance to maybe get that second goal. Yarmolenko to deliver. Oh, it's a good ball in, Bettinelli. Oh, wow. Well, Wilshere tried his absolute best to get on the end of that and was only a matter of millimetres away from beating the keeper to it. There would have been another mistake from Bettinelli. And he's fortunate there, the goalkeeper, that the West Ham man didn't get to the ball first, and we haven't. Gone 2-0 down. As it happens on the counter from that chance, we very nearly ended up coming back level at 1-1. But good block by Diop. Ball delivered in well. Declan Rice will clear. Their 5-man midfield is certainly going to be difficult to break down in this game. Tamori finds Drew Yearwood. There's Jack Clark. Try a bit of footwork to try and shake off Palencia, which he's done well. Crosses it well. Oh no, Jamal Lowe with a header gets a great connection on it. If anything, too good a connection on it. Past the post, I was certain when that was on its way towards goal that it was going in. Wide. Rojas lifts the ball in, headed away by Jimmy Dunn. Technique from Lanzini there as it drops to him on the edge of the box was superb. Absolutely wonderful hit, and the movement in it through the air was incredible. Bettinelli's done well just to get that away. Yarmolenko to deliver the corner. Up goes Declan Rice. Bettinelli down, palms it back into danger, but thankfully it drops free to a Sunderland man, and now we're on the counter-attack ourselves. Jamal Lowe, good turn. Oh, but Declan Rice wins the physical encounter. West Ham certainly playing like the better side here. We have had that headed chance to Jamal Lowe, but still, no, I couldn't get to. Oh, he's missed. Song with the effort. Open goal, keeper on the floor. He had a defender in front of him on the floor, but and a man in stood up as well, but he certainly should have buried it in that left-hand side of the net. That's a let-off for us. West Ham could have scored 2 or 3 so far. Been the hardest team to deal with so far in this game, I think. Although Liverpool's second-half performance was certainly still something to behold. Yarmolenko finds Song, looking for a teammate perhaps. Little back heel. Don't give a penalty. I poked the ball away. I poked the ball away. Tamori gives the foul. And the referee points to the spot. We're going to see a replay of the challenge. Oh no. I mean, it's soft. It's soft, but I didn't get any of the ball. So perhaps you can understand why the referee gave it. West Ham 1-0 up here against Sunderland. Could be 2. Yarmolenko getting far too cocky with that penalty. I can't believe he's done that. Just bury it. Ensure you get yourself a 2-goal lead. It's not like you're 4-0 up already. It's outrageous from Yarmolenko there. His teammates will be furious with him. Jack Clark will deliver this into middle. I can't quite find Jamal Lowe though. Drops to the edge of the box. Here's Yearwood looking for a teammate but can't find him. Probably going to be 1-0 down here against West Ham at half-time. But how they're not 3-0 up or 4-0 up, especially after having a penalty as well, I've no idea.
3 minutes, that's what's going to be played
Morrison.
for added time.
Maguire finds Jack Clark. He's had plenty on toast all game so far. Finds Drew Yearwood. Will look for Lyndon Gooch. Try the same move that worked against Chelsea. Not yet found the goal though. Into the middle. Jack Clark scores! We're level at half time. In stoppage time at the end of the first half against Liverpool. In stoppage at the end of the first time against West Ham. This one though could certainly get us some points. Lowe knocks that header down well. Maguire holds it up just as well. And now Jack Clark, if I play the right pass, could find Jamal Lowe. We're in to go in front perhaps here at the stadium. A light? No! Arboleda makes the save. Corner to come in from Ravel Morrison. Win that header please. No, Mera does. Next Lowe nods that forward to Mori. All bit of space for Drew Yearwood. Oh, blocked at source. We're knocking on the door now. Looking to get ourselves in front for the first time in this game. Back to Jamal. Yearwood's making the run. Time the pass right for Sean Maguire. Work the angle for the shot. And miss the target. Oh my God. Sean Maguire. We've seen you score chances like that 30 times in your career at Sunderland so far. We could be in front in this game. We perhaps should be in front in this game. The quality of the chances we've had so far in this second half. Oh, dearie me. If we don't get anything from this game, we can't look any further than our own front line. Malenko forward there to Song. Going forward again, but we'll win it back. There's only 3 minutes to go in this game. Sean Maguire is there. Jamie Ward. Ball to Jamal Lowe. Holds it up really nicely. Drew Yearwood. Maguire. Jamal Lowe. Needs some space. Looking for... Oh, Sean Maguire. On target this time. Great attempts in the first effort. But the keeper makes the save. Oh, that was the chance to win it. Neither side will get another, I don't feel. Referee blows final whistle. Oh. Well, a point against West Ham. After the way they dominated the first, perhaps they deserved the win. After the way we dominated the second, perhaps we did. So maybe it's fair that we get a point apiece. 4 points so far in our opening 4 Premier League games of the season. If we keep that up, I'm not sure if 38 points this season will be enough to keep us up. Obviously, we will probably be signing some players in January to help improve the team, but hopefully we can keep ourselves above the relegation zone between now and then. Currently 12th, sorry 13th, that was Southampton that were 12th there, wasn't it? Currently 13th in the league, which is a respectable position for a side that's just come up from the league below. So I'm relatively happy with how the season has started so far. Expected defeat in the games against Liverpool and Chelsea. And a point against West Ham isn't to be sniffed at, and a win against Stoke is better than we did last year. So actually, it's not a bad start at all to the league season. There's been a lot of deals go through now in this window, a number of them big. You can see there, and actually you might not be able to see because I'm in the way. Luka Jovic has gone to Real Madrid. Obviously it happened in real life, it's now happened in FIFA as well. £78.5 million is the fee in virtual terms. Can't remember what the fee was IRL for Jovic to Real Madrid. We'll have to wait and see. There was perhaps a big deal go through there. Nope. But there have been a number of deals go through for about 60 million as well. So that's another £120 million boost there that's been added to the budget. Well, added to the budget. Added to the total spent today. But again, none breaking through the top 3. Minimal done in the third hour. I'm not expecting many more huge deals, considering so many have been done already before transfer deadline day got here. But you can see that almost every hour the number is rising by about 100 million, by 50, by 60 or 70 at least. Cooper, I'll reject that loan bid. I'd rather just have the youngsters at the club to train myself. Still no one else breaking into the top 3. Although that might be one, because that's just gone up 140 million there. Transfer for Jamal Lowe, which we shall reject. A quick check, see if there was any other massive deals there. Bailey. Leon Bailey to Chelsea for £73.7 million. We'll have a quick rundown through the teams once we get to the final hour. And in the end, almost 800 million spent on transfer deadline day. Arsenal spending 104 million on Dembele, Diop and Zobnin, and earning themselves 98.2 from the sales of Nastasic and Torreira. Brighton have sold a lot of people, but only bought one man in. That might be their undoing this season. Burnley, Zifoik in, and Toljan and Grealish out. Chelsea, Nacho Fernandez, Belotti, Fornals and Bailey in. £215 million spent. Hudson-Odoi and Bakayoko out. Ailton, Van Beek, Peñaranda and Greitbust in at Palace, with Maripan going out. Everton doing minimal business. Lato in, the left back, and Morales out. Anton out at Fulham. No acquisitions in this window. Leeds 3 in, 2 out for them. Leicester just the 2 sales, Martinez and Benkovic. Vasalco in at Liverpool, with Sturridge, Riccardi and Kane, not Harry Kane, midfielder Kane, going out. Well, Aguero, Hummels and John Stones out at City, with Longley coming in. Eriksson, Budimir and Vandenberg coming in at Man United, with Diogo Dalot going out on loan. Holding, Sobi and Julie in at Newcastle, with Sørensen, Leyoun and Ben Yedder leaving. Mustafi, Ben Yedder and Mario Rui in at Southampton. Vestergaard, Rabocco, Hoot, Clara and Gallagher going out. Busy window for Southampton and for Tottenham. Santos, Rodri, Bailey, Bailly and Horn in. Ericsson, Moro and Walker-Peters sold. Stoke signed Balde, Verba, Zorowski and Blandy. Sunderland, we've just sold Watson. We didn't do anything in this window other than that. Dahlberg, De La Feu and Navarro out at Watford, with no one coming in. Arboleda, Song and Grealish in at West Ham. Both Arboleda and Song were involved in that game against us, obviously. Bender and Diop out. That would have been after our game against West Ham, because Diop was in their starting 11. Don't know. Martinez, Quarta, Di Matta and Geiger in at Wolves, with Inabakare, Ebanks, Landell and Peñaranda going out. So huge window. £800 million spent on transfer deadline day, and there were so many deals done outside of that as well. A loan offer for Harrison Green that I shall reject for now. We will let those youngsters go out on loan in January. Our first scout report, that's a no. That's a maybe. Oh, he's a goalkeeper. I've already got 2. I don't need another one. That's a no. That's a no. And that's a no. Well, not the best of first months, but hopefully in future we will get better. Let's have a look at transfer history, and I'll show you the biggest deals in this window, and there were a load of them. So Eriksson, Jovic and Bailey even, were the 3 that we saw as the biggest of the window. There was 70 odd million for Marco Verratti. Similarly, Andrea Belotti. Rodri went to Spurs for 65.5, as did John Stones to Juventus. 64.5 for Yuri Tielemans to Sampdoria. Torreira was 63.8. Longley 61.5. Eggestein's 59.4. Andre Silva to Dortmund for 51.6. Fornals to Chelsea for nearly 50. Thiago back to Bayern for Paris Saint-Germain for 45.5. Aguero's gone to Lyon. And a 33-year-old Sergio Aguero has gone to Lyon. Bakayoko has gone back to France to Paris Saint-Germain. Zobnin to Arsenal for 40 mil. Wesley to Atletico Madrid. Savic to Bayern. Loads of big deals. Moussa Dembele to Arsenal. £37 million. I'd be interested in maybe signing him, because he's been phenomenal for me in Ultimate Team this year with his Team of the Season item. Very keen on Moussa Dembele, actually. Selke to Dortmund. Ziyech to Atletico Madrid. Josef Martinez to Real Madrid. That's an interesting one. Bailly to Spurs from Real Madrid. Any massive names here? Joel Linton to Mönchengladbach. Rafael Leao. Cambridge United RTG hero to Hoffenheim. Mats Hummels has gone to Real Madrid from Manchester City. Timo Horn to Spurs as they bring in a new goalkeeper. De La Feu we saw leaving Watford, and he's gone to Frankfurt. Issa Diop went to Arsenal. Magnon to Sampdoria. Rudiger to Schalke from Leverkusen, so just moving around domestically in Germany. Ivan Perisic to Dortmund. Hudson-Odoi went to Marseille for £25.2 million. Mustafi to Southampton from Rasenballsport Leipzig. Such a big window. Christ knows how much money was spent total, but we find ourselves 14th in the Premier League season as the dust settles. 2 points above the drop, which I'm happy with. Chelsea have now pulled themselves from in the relegation zone to not in the relegation zone. A win and a draw in their latter 2 games. Obviously, the win coming against me, frustratingly. And top of the table at this stage, Manchester United. Brighton, 2nd. Alright, good start to the season for them. In tomorrow's episode, we should start the Carabao Cup, actually. And indeed we do, against Nottingham Forest. The side that lost the playoff final to Leeds United. We play Leeds as well. We've got Southampton away, Newcastle at home, Leeds away, and Nottingham Forest at home. We'll probably play the league games and sim the cup game. But that'll be all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.